Hey guys, this is Jerry. I wanted to talk to you guys today about this model girl I knew back when I was in journalism full-time. So, this girl was part of the spring internship program, and very pretty girl, I'll give her that, but you can tell she felt very entitled. And like many pretty girls, they think just because they got the looks, they can be on TV as a journalist. Well, that's not how it works, because journalism's hard. It takes a certain type of persona, a certain type of commitment, and a certain type of skill that you build over many, many, many years. It didn't help that the first day of her internship, she was on TV because one of the segments that the morning show did needed someone to do the makeup, so she's a model. Use her as the model. And so that raised her ego even more. And all the other girls who were part of her internship, notice I said girls, very few guys intern in journalism, especially on the morning show. So all the other girls were very jealous of her for obvious reasons, because all the other girls were very pretty and they were always treated nice, but they weren't models. So of course they're not going to be treated as well as she does. That kept happening. She kept getting on TV almost once a week just because she was a model, and there were segments that needed models. So, hey, there's an intern that could be a model. We don't have to hire other models outside of our work. Perfect. Save money for the station. Her sense of entitlement reached a pathetic point when one of the morning anchors was having a baby. So she needed to go on maternity leave. And this model girl goes up to the morning news manager and says, hey, when that girl goes on maternity leave, can I take over her spot as anchor? Word spread so fast that she asked such a question. Everyone, even in HR, just were laughing about it. And for those of you who don't understand why this is such a pathetic question, such an entitled question, let me break this down for you. Journalism, not everyone can do it. To find your journalistic voice, to understand the ethics, to understand how to write in an impartial way, at least traditional journalism. We're not talking about Fox News or CNN. We're talking about traditional report on a story or report on a beat. It takes many years. And if you're an intern who's either in college or just out of college, you don't know shit. So that's the first thing. And so don't expect to just come out of school, or even you're still in school, and be able to work at a station as a journalist. And second of all, if I'm a news manager and one of my morning anchors goes on maternity leave, why the hell would I hire an unproven intern? I've got all these other reporters who've proven themselves at this station. I'll just put one of them in. And that's what happened. You just shuffle people around, put one of your proven reporters as the anchors. And this girl with the audacity to think that she's that good, which she wasn't. I mean, I've been a journalist for many years. I wouldn't even be able to anchor because I know my limits. I know it takes a specific skill to anchor that takes many years to develop. And I would never just go and try to anchor a morning show at my current level. For those of you who've never been in journalism, most people, they start out at a bumfuck station somewhere, and then they move up to a slightly better bumfuck station, and their goal is to get in the big five. The number one television journalism market is New York City. Number two is the LA area. Number three is the Chicago area. Number four is the Philadelphia area. To get to the big four, you have to maybe start out in Maine, then shift to North Carolina, then maybe go to Florida, and then maybe you'll end up in Chicago. That's how it works. All those people that this model girl tried to step over to ask for the co-anchor spot in the morning show went through that whole journey. Maybe this model girl didn't know that, but it's such an insult to them when they've done the time, they've improved their skills, they've probably dealt with a lot of stress, a lot of moving around and uncertainty, and you as a person in your sense of entitlement just want to step all over them and get some position that you don't deserve. She was never hired, she was never heard from again, and after her internship, I don't think she tried to be a journalist again, because I think she realized, oh, as a model I can do other things and maybe I don't have to work as hard. You know, being a journalist, you're a journalist first, then a model, but maybe she could find another job that took advantage of her looks more so she could just look pretty and not have to think as much. So that's it. I thank you guys for listening to this story. Please watch my other model story. Yes, I know, another model girl who's equally entitled and horrible in her own way. And I'm sure I'll have more model stories just because of the industries I've worked in. A lot of pretty, entitled, horrible girls. All right, thank you guys for watching. I'll talk to you guys next time.